everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we have an exciting topic to dive into, developing web3.js plugin. If you're interested in blockchain development or decentralized applications, you are in the right place. First, head over to the documentation page. We have two guides here, one for users and one for developers. We are interested in the developers guide, specifically the section on creating a plugin. To kickstart our project, we'll begin by running the npm init command. Then I need to install the web3, npm install web3. And next, and create index.ts file to implement our web3 plugin. Okay, let's import base class and create a new class that extends it. Let's check the documentation page. Okay, it's called web3 plugin base. And create the class of our plugin. We can also copy from the documentation page. Some name, for example, ERC20 extends web3 plugin base. However, we will encounter an error since the base class is abstract and require us to implement its methods. As we see, we need to add the public plugin namespace. Let's copy it from the documentation. And change the name. Now let's add a method for retrieving the token balance from the contract. This method can be called getTokenBalance. And it will take two parameters, the contract address and the wallet owner address, also string. To interact with the contract, we'll use the web3 contract class. So let's export it from the web3 and create an instance with two parameters. First, it's API of the contract and contract address. So we can get the API from some artifacts file. I will add it later. And contract address, the second parameter. And now we can use it. So let's try to call the function to the synchronous function, contract, methods, balance of. And here we need to pass the owner address. We also need an artifact file containing the JSON API, so let's create it. This API of the ERC20 contract, which will help connect Web3 and understand Web3 all types of our contract. So this object have the methods, events, all parameters and returns for all functions and events of the contract. Save the file and connect it to our instance of the contract. So no errors, and let's return our results from balance of For this, just type the return, and that's it. Okay, next we need to add a plugin type to the Web3 type. To this, consult the documentation and create a model declaration. So we can just copy this part of code from the documentation, paste in our code, and change the names to ERC20. Oh, and I forgot to call the method call to send request to the blockchain. And to link the contract instance with the correct provider and context, I'll use the link method here. In the documentation guide, we can see example how to use the plugin. So let's create the usage.ts file and try to use it. So we need to import the web3 from web3 and import plugin from the index. Okay, it should be in brackets. Make instance of the web3 with some provider and register the plugin. For this we call the function register plugin and pass the instance of the ERC20 there. Let's check the types. So we see web3.erc20. This is namespace of our plugin. And also we can see the method getTokenBalance, which requires two parameters, contract address and owner address. So let's create constant contract address string and owner address string and pass them to the function. Let's cover our code with the test function, which should be a sync function because we need to send transaction to the request and send in always asynchronous, and run this function. Save results to the res constant and console log the result. As we just want to get information from the blockchain, we can use the mainnet. So let's try to use the ERC20 contract address from the mainnet and find some transaction here, find some wallet. For example, this one. Okay, I found this address. It has 8.62 USDT on the balance. So we can use it to check our plugin. And also we need to set mainnet provider. For this you need to register in the Infura.io and create new API key by clicking this button. I already did this, so I just copy my key and copy the mainnet provider link and set my Infura key to the environment variable. So yeah, this is setup of the mainnet Web3 provider. Okay, let's try to run it. npx test node usage, and you see the balance of the user in the USDT smart contract in the mainnet of the Ethereum blockchain. Next step is create a repository for our plugin and commit the code here. Remember to add the .gitignore file to exclude the not modules folder. Don't forget to publish your repository. make it public and check the GitHub page. So it's already done. Let's try to publish into NPM registry. We have an error here. We need to log it in. Okay, to log in, let's run npm login and follow the instructions. Okay, I'm logged in. Let's try again. So we have the error, package name triggering spam detection. So first of all, let's change our name. And also I want to mention that the name of the plugin should be prefixed, web3-plugin and then our name. Let's try again. Done. So we just publish the plugin to the npm registry. Now let's create a new project and use the published plugin. Follow the same procedures as before. Install web3 and the plugin. Create a new file, index.ts, and copy the usage code and just import the plugin from the npm library. And let's try to run our code. npx is not index.ts. Okay, we received the error. To solve this problem, you need to add several libraries to the plugin. I already did this, and I will show you the packages.json file. So I added the TypeScript, TSC, Webpack, Webpack CLI, TSLoader, and Regraph. These are all dev dependencies. And I also added several scripts such as build, which builds a plugin from TypeScript to JavaScript, build web, which builds it for the web using Webpack, and clean, which simplifies cleans folders, and pre-build, which runs clean before build. For settings, TypeScript and Webpack, I added tsconfig.json and Webpack config.json files. We can run the build, and we see the lib folder has appeared, and we can also run build web, and the dist folder has appeared, in which we see the minified files of the plugin found. I committed all this to the repository and did npm publish again, increasing the plugin version. Now let's go back. Let's install the latest version of the plugin and without changing the code, just run it. And yes, we did it. As you can see, this is the balance of the owner inside the smart contracts by this address in the mainnet of the Ethereum blockchain. That's it. You successfully created and published web3.js plugin. Let's wrap up our comprehensive guide on developing web3.js plugins. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave any questions and comments below. Happy coding, guys!